Hey everybody, this is Dr. Nancy, and I'm here getting ready for the Wild Women with Wine show. Just gonna wait for Karen to come in. So, just so you know, I have started the badges, which is like tipping the show during the show. And everything that you guys tip us with tonight, I'm going to split 50-50 with Karen. In fact, we might even have a little celebration next time we're together and do something fun for you during that celebration. So let's hope that we can get Karen here in a minute and we'll get it going. So if you see the badges, I don't know, can you see it? Let's see, let me view it here. Okay, so anyway, there comes sex talk with my mom. So is she doing it that way? Let me see which one she's coming in on. I think she might have come in on the wrong one. So how's everybody? We've got some fun things we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about some truths tonight. So let's see. I'm connecting with Karen here. All right. So waiting for people to come in. So how's everybody's week been? Today's Thursday, the SHIT day. Sure happy it's Thursday. Got a glass of wine here and waiting for my friend. So we always want to know what you want to hear and talk about when we do these shows. We've been doing this for over a year now, and it's fun to kind of go back and see the conversations. It's also fun to go back and see the common questions that Karen's a little confused tonight. I don't know what she's doing. All right. I don't know what she's doing. So anyway, we'd love to hear from you. The questions that we get on these in these conversations are always interesting, and you know there are some that we have decided that we aren't going to answer because they've been asked so many times that if you just go back into the archives on my website, on drnsp.com, or my YouTube channel, the Sex Doc Host, you can listen to all the past shows, and we answer a lot of the commonly asked questions during those shows. So it is more fun for us to answer the new questions so that the material that you get isn't the same when you go back and watch the shows afterward. Let's see, I'm going to just wave at all of you, see how you're doing. And anyway, let's see what else has been happening up here. I'm back up north. I spent about 5 weeks in Southern California, and now I'm back in Northern California. And it's beautiful weather. Allergy season has hit, and so we are getting to be outside some more. Good old Zyrtec or Claritin D. Those are my friends. All right, here she comes. Okay. So we'll wave at Karen and see if she asks to join us. There we go. How's my day-to-day life? That's a great question. Hi, there's Karen.
That's me. I'm trying a different lighting and it's not working out on YouTube. It's like dark. But
yeah, I can't see you hardly at all.
You cannot see me at all?
Hardly. It's really dark.
Darn.
Okay. So I have a question here I'm going to answer while you're doing that. My day-to-day life. Well, I split my time between Northern and Southern California. I spend time seeing clients from all over the world via Zoom. I do writing. I do my promotions. I do my own accounting for my business. I have a very busy, big family. And so there's always lots going on with them. And my husband is very high maintenance.
Oh, right. High maintenance, my ass. The opposite
Okay,
of high
I'm the one that's
maintenance.
high maintenance.
Okay, admit it. Am
I
I
admit,
dark? Am I light
I
now?
admit it. Hi, my name's Nancy, and I'm a high maintenance woman.
Can you see me?
I can see you better. Yeah.
It's still not bright enough.
I mean, let's ask the audience because I have all the words
Leah,
going through your face. So
if anybody, all right, you're just gonna
your
have
hair
to deal
looks
with the
gorgeous.
darkness. Right here, I just got it
Yeah.
colored yesterday. Thank you.
Looks nice.
Thank you. And we figured out what these buy a badge to support that thing. That's very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So if people want to buy a badge to support our work right here straight on Instagram, they can do that. It should be, is it at the bottom of your thing? Do you have wine? Help us buy wine.
Help us buy some Wild Women with Wine. Today I'm drinking a Sauvignon Blanc 2020, small and small it's called. So I have a small glass.
So they're saying
Cheers.
that my light is brighter. They're saying my light's brighter. So I don't know.
All right. Well, we're gonna, as long as you can see my face. Can you see my face? Well, check out Karen getting it with the wine. Thank you. I'm getting some wine going here. So hi, YouTubers over here. I'm actually done with the prep work. And hello, Instagram Live people. And what's been going on in your world, Miss Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce?
Well, got back to Northern California on Monday night late.
Mm-hmm.
We had a hell of a time getting out of Thousand Oaks. Our cat escaped the house twice, so we had to chase her down and drag her home.
That little yin.
Because little yin has been a little pill, and so it was a little bit of a rough go. Plus, I was getting my house all clean and ready because some of my kids are there right now. So
oh wow.
So I had to do the Airbnb thing, put all my personal things away.
Yeah, I put those dildos away. Put those dildos. Put those fun vibrators away. That's one thing you don't want to share with your kids.
No.
I don't know. Something gross about that.
There's something gross about sharing that with anyone else, actually.
Yeah. Can you imagine though if you went like the first time to someone's house and they whipped out a used vibrator?
I would probably just say no thank you, and if they insisted I would probably just leave.
Yeah.
That's just gross.
Paul Sanders, how are you? I think it's the same Paul from like years ago when I lost contact with you. Is that you, Paul? Anyway, so yeah, you wanted to discuss certain topics. We can also pick out of my magic hat here.
Ooh, what you got in your hat?
I have my tips. I mean, I have different questions like,
Okay.
The basic questions that I get asked on a constant daily basis. No, no, just about little tips and stuff. It's a little conversation starters. But yeah, anybody, I didn't get any questions this time, mainly because I didn't write that we were having the Zoom. I mean, Instagram Live. So it might be why I didn't get any questions. Did you get any questions?
No, because I didn't put it out until today. It's like that's kind of how my week has been going.
So yeah, so
I've just got tons of projects in the works, and so
Oma ask what the subject is. We're open. We're open for business. One of the
subjects I would like to talk about is sex shaming and slut shaming men who are being sexual. Have you been watching all the stuff going on with Matt Gaetz right now?
I have not, but I know a little bit what's going on with him, with younger age women or something like that.
Well, that's one of the accusations, is that he was involved with a 17-year-old. Of course, none of this, no charges have been filed and nothing's been proven, but that's the word going out. But I think the thing that bothers me most about this story, I mean, that would bother me if he's having, he's a 30, 40-year-old guy. I don't know how old he is. And plus it was kind of a sex trafficking thing, is
Nothing better than a good sex trafficking thing, I
being
would
discussed,
say.
right? But there's also the other side of it, that he's really being shamed for paying for sex,
Oh,
not
I see. That's what you mean.
with adult people. And so I think that, we need to talk about, not putting sex trafficking in the same category as paying for sex with a sex worker who's Matt Gaetz isn't a pedo. It's not pedophilia if it's a 17-year-old. It's only pedophilia if it's under puberty. If it's like 11 and under. There's a different term and a different psychology for enjoying teenagers, and then a 17-year-old is, in some states that is a legal age. So I think we have to be careful and not lump those in, because a guy dating a 17-year-old. I remember when I was 17, I got married at 17. So,
wow, you were a little early blossomer, weren't you?
Yeah, well, and stupid, but it's 17-year-olds very different than an adult having sex with a 10-year-old.
Right? Maybe not a great thing to label people, but on the other hand, whatever he was doing sex trafficking wise, I can't. I'm not giving any breaks over there.
No, I'm not suggesting that. I'm suggesting that we separate out, because they're lumping everything into one vat for him.
Yeah.
And I think that gives sex workers a really bad rap, and it gives the people that pay for sex work a really bad rap.
Yeah.
That's for me, that's an adult interaction or negotiation.
Yeah.
Then that's nobody else's business. There's nothing wrong with people doing sex work or seeking sex workers.
Right.
So
I'm full favor of legalizing sex work. That's for sure.
Decriminalizing it.
Decriminalizing.
That's a bigger step, right?
Yeah. Decriminalize all that. Decriminalize marijuana. I say decriminalize pretty much all drugs, including mushrooms.
I think that if you it's the sales to the kids that bother me. But if it's adults doing things, then they got to be responsible for what they're doing, right?
Right. Anyway, some people on YouTube are saying 17 is a child, and to some respects, I'm not one to judge anyway, but I can see why you'd say that. Depends on the individual.
I think taking a 16 or 17-year-old away under false pretenses and then pretty much imprisoning them for sex slavery and sex trafficking. I don't care how old you are. If you're 25 and they're doing that to you, that's amoral and illegal. So I think, but again, pedophilia is a very different thing than seeking interaction with teenagers.
Yeah. Marianne is saying 17. On my YouTube, people are saying 17 means you're a minor. 17 means you're a child. So, it depends on what state you're living in.
No, it doesn't mean you're a child. Yeah,
well,
I don't think it does.
Terminology.
I don't think under any circumstances does 17 mean you're a child. You're underage in some states, but there are some states at 12. In Kentucky, I think at 12 you can get married. So. Right.
And I knew a situation of a comedian here who thought his girlfriend was 18. I think she was going to turn 18 like a week later or something like that happened. And he ended up getting such a bad rap for being a pedophile or whatever. And he was 18. She was 17. It depends on the situation. Sanka is saying 17 is a child depending on your state. Yeah, it just depends on where you're living and the rules and the laws and all that kind of stuff. And basically it's your beliefs and your belief system.
Yes.
Don't judge anybody.
I think it's the age. I think it's the age just difference too that can matter. Like for an 18-year-old who's in a relationship or having sex with a 17-year-old.
Yeah. I was in that situation. I did that, but if it's like a 40-year-old with a 17-year-old, that's kind of like, I would be honest to say, creepy. Anyway,
but those poor 18-year-olds are now having to file as sex offenders because of our laws that are so biased against sex.
Yeah.
That they look for any loophole to condemn people who've had sex.
Yes. Anyhow,
Yes. Okay.
I
So
would like to
so I
say
want to
hello
talk
to
about
all the
that.
people here and say hi.
Okay.
Hope everybody's doing well. Anything that you guys want to talk about, we'll bring up. It could be something funny. It could be something sad. It could be something serious. It could be one of my wonderful sex tips. You know, the other day I was asking people, like, trying to figure out stuff on my live TikTok. And one of the questions I got was, what was your favorite board game when you were growing up? And I started thinking about it, and I liked the game of life. That was my favorite.
Me too. That was
What
my
a shocker.
favorite.
I really like that. Hey, Ron, how are you? Anyway, yeah, I like the game of life. You're from Oklahoma, Johnny, still looking gorgeous and sexy as usual. Dr. Nan has a sexy voice. Dr. Nan is a sexy beast. She's a... I don't hang around unsexy people, okay? I'm just kidding. In France, it's 15, so it all depends on where you live and with the relative laws. Thank you, thank God. That's what we're getting at. We agree with you. Yeah, for those of you who are on YouTube and don't get to see Nancy, yeah, she's a beautiful woman inside and out, and she's one of my besties. Yeah, we're both doing well.
Come over and join us on Instagram.
You can join us on Instagram. We're on Nancy's Instagram page right now. Very nice voices are very calming. Yeah, I can be very calming, then I can be very uncalming. Depending on the subject matter. And same with you.
I've made my living putting men to sleep. So, you know,
it sounds like you're like you do hypnosis.
Well, kind of. When I teach yoga, I mean, it is a form of hypnosis. Yeah. I've made a lot of people snore.
Oh, she made a lot of people snore. So anyway, I have some questions here too that I spilled them all over the floor, so I just kind of wanted to pick them up. I was trying to get ready. I ended up spilling everything all over the place because but your little stand for the computer came, and I'm very happy with it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's a great little tool, huh?
Let's see what's going on here. I got this friend who's a young man from Ghana, west of Africa. He is in desperate need of an older lover. He's 24. He's done with a degree in actual science, and here's his number. What's his contact? Oh, that's his contact. Well, we're not like Mary. We're not really doing a dating thing here. This is not the object of this. It's not. Yeah, this is not what we're looking at here.
But you know, maybe we should become matchmakers.
Yeah, we're gonna matchmake. I'm not gonna matchmake. I'm not matchmaking anybody that's in Ghana up with anybody. That's not gonna happen. No. Oh, these are some heavy duty questions. Like, oh my God, what are the reasons you wanting to go on living? That's all right. Here you go. Okay. Here's a question. I know everybody would love to answer this question. Which of your senses do you most value? Do you value most? In other words, do you value your sense of sight, hearing, smell, touch, or taste, or your spidey sixth sense? Oh, I added that one. Oh, Brady bought a badge. Triple badge. Thank you.
Thank you, Brady. Thank you.
We're so excited. Anytime you buy something.
That is so exciting.
I don't understand why I don't have any badges on my Instagram, by the way. I don't understand how
they just sent them. I read about it. They just sent them out to a certain number of people to try it and kind of.
You're in a beta testing.
Going to open them up.
Yeah, gotcha. All right. Well, this is fun, and thank you for the.
I did.
You're paying for the bottle of wine.
I had to read a lot about it. I had to read.
Yeah. I'm like reading on TikTok why it says they can't play my voice in my country. They think I took someone else's voice. Strange. Anyway, back to this.
That's funny.
Back to the senses. You people on YouTube, I need to know which of your 5 senses, let's see how I can, she shows, which of your 5 senses do you value most? Man, that is a tough one.
I like them all, but what I would say is I had the vision in my left eye the center of the vision go away for a period of time.
Why?
I had a weird situation with it where I got a blister behind the retina, and it took right the center of my vision. So I
Usually that
literally
happens
could not
when
see.
usually that happens when you're giving too much head. When you're giving too much blowjobs, a blister develops in the back of your eye. I don't know if anybody told you that. So stop doing
Well,
so much
that
head.
may be true. That
Yeah.
may be true. But the funnier part was when we read up on it after I figured out what it was, and I wasn't dying of a brain tumor, that it normally happens in young men who are high stressed, and they recommended yoga. At the time, I was teaching yoga like 7 days a week.
That is wild. So you caught it from some young man in your classes.
Well, that perhaps.
All right.
But
anyway, all right.
But
they're all important.
what I discovered was, because I didn't know at the time if it wouldn't happen in the other eye, and if it had, I would have been blind.
Yes.
And that was horribly frightening. And so I'm greatly appreciative of my sight. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can always use a little pad of paper. Like when I was scuba diving, I would had a little underwater dive, like it was some sort of like a plastic box that you can write on. And I would write stuff to my husband at the time, and he would write back, "Fuck you." But my point being is that if you can't hear anything, you can always use your little tool. Okay.
Right.
I suppose like the people that have had COVID recently haven't been able to taste and smell, and they've still been going, carrying on. The sense of touch, that would kind of blow, that if you didn't have sense of touch. But the sense of sight is a problem, except for Stevie Wonder. He seems to get a lot of women.
Mark says that his is hearing, that he like that noise and sounds are
you
very
value
important
that hearing.
to him.
Yeah. I don't know. So we got Mr. McCaskill saying taste. Haha. And Senka is also going with taste because she's a chef. Good point.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Smell for Mr. McCaskill. Wait, Mr. McCaskill, you can't have taste and smell. That's two of them. Brendan is blind in one eye. And okay. So I guess there's a whole gamut. I would like to hear from why you would choose like taste or smell over sight, but whatever. To each his own. Not going to go any further.
So we have a question that says, do most cougars enjoy anal?
Here we go with the most cougars. We don't know what most cougars. Just because you're a certain age and you're a certain confidence level, we don't know if they're doing anal or not. I would say that maybe they'd be more experimental, only because sometimes older women who've been in a long-term relationship or marriage haven't tried different stuff. So maybe she, speaking for a friend, might have tried anal with, her second rebirth or, second life after you're, out there again. What do you think?
Well, I think the more sexually confident you are, probably the more experimental you are. Whether you enjoy it or not, that depends. I think everybody's different, but
yeah,
and certainly we don't speak for all women everywhere.
Yeah, I don't know about most women's buttholes. I honestly just don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think most women enjoy anal? Let me know what you think. We got a question about
For my doctorate, I did some research, and the result came out to be that 15% of women enjoyed anal sex.
That's it, 15, and they're all in porn.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, there are some people that do like it, and some people like it more than others. I think it's the kind of thing, and I had a friend of mine tell me that she felt the same way, that sometimes you're in the mood and sometimes you're not. Like sometimes you're in the mood for chocolate and sometimes you're in the mood for, cookies and cream. I don't know. It depends on.
Right.
Yeah. Which is the favorite sex happening place?
It's just one option on a long menu, right?
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, I think different strokes for different folks.
Well, speaking of
can
that,
most women
what?
Can most women squirt?
Oh, are we talking squirting again? Oh. Well,
so I would just ask you, can most men ejaculate?
I like that answer.
That would be your answer. Yeah.
Okay, now this is interesting. Lights off, no ugly, no age. I don't know what that means. All right. Talk about your eating habits. Do you want to speak about your eating habits?
Do I want to speak about my eating habits?
Yes.
I typically eat 2 meals a day.
That's it? I did not know that.
That's it. Yeah. I do not like the way I feel when I eat 3 meals a day. I never feel good. I feel sleepy. I just don't have energy. So
that's
a meal
similar.
around 10 or 11 a.m., something like that works out good for me. And then dinner and light dinner. I might have a snack, like a handful of nuts or something. But
of course,
I just
Nancy and I have the exact same eating habits.
And I hate the feeling of being full. Hate it.
I know. That's the problem. I don't
feeling full.
And the problem with, if you hate the feeling of full, which is what we're talking about here, is that you're taking a couple bites maybe and you get full and then you can't eat the whole meal. Especially with dinner.
Right.
Hey, Nancy, did you go to nightclubs very often before the pandemic? Nancy,
no.
Were you in nightclubs very often before the pandemic?
No.
I make one exception, and that is in Vegas. I will go to a nightclub in Vegas with my friends because and only at the beginning. Like I'll go there like 10 when there's nobody on the dance floor, and we'll stay until it gets like mildly crowded, and then we're like, okay, had enough of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I mean, I enjoy going to a nightclub occasionally. And I love to dance. So, but time and energy and space and availability, different.
Right.
Christy, we're not going to answer that question. You keep asking it. You've asked it 3 times. Stop. We're not going to answer that question.
Chris, you're going to put in timeout very soon. So stop with that. Wife and I are super busy.
Personal sex questions. We're not going to answer them.
Okay.
Let's see. What was this? Let's see. Oh, so Sailor Willie, make an appointment with me, and I'll talk to you about that in detail. I can't. That's not something we can answer in a live.
Well, the question was, wife and I are super busy, but want more sex. Any advice? I mean, we can give them some basic tips, which would be make it a priority. Make it like date night. Make it like my husband and I did. No matter what, every Sunday night. That was our deal. Every Sunday night, rain or shine, want it or not, we're having sex Sunday nights. And we always
don't wait until you fall into bed tired at 11 p.m. Yeah.
Right. But I mean,
have sex before dinner. Before you're too full.
Before you get too full. So hopefully that helps, Sailor Willie. Just make it a priority and talk about it, and you'll be surprised that like we should put another little rule. I don't know. We should make these things up. If you want sex, light a candle. So of course I'd walk into my bedroom and I had like a fucking bonfire over there.
I have a little bell.
A little bell. It's like when you
little bell that says ring for sex.
Ring, ring, ring. That's a good idea too. You guys just have to have fun with it a little bit. And also when you say you're too busy and everything, why can't you just like masturbate, or do things that are not necessarily intercourse? Do stuff just to stay connected.
Let her catch you masturbating. She'll get the hint.
Or maybe she'll join in. Or maybe she'll just watch. I mean, it's fun to just kind of watch.
Maybe she'll think, oh, this is like a calling card.
Yes. Okay. Tell about a movie you have seen recently.
Thank you, Gabriel. Have you seen him? Oh, we watched a great movie the other night. What was that called? It was with Justin Timberlake. Oh, it was Friends with Benefits. Have you seen
Shocker. No, I have not, but I will see that.
It's so cute, and oh my god, it has some funny scenes.
Good.
Sexy
All right.
ones. Sexy ones too. She's hot.
I don't know what's going on with Kenneth. You have 10 hours. It's a lot of pain in your penis. Kenneth, what the fuck is going on with your penis? See, this is why we only eat one meal a day, because 2 sips of wine and I'm already gone ski here.
Right.
You can't schedule spontaneity. Jonathan, you're right. But if you don't schedule something, you're not going to have any sex at all. So just try to schedule. You can always add spontaneity. Anal masturbation doesn't count. Anal masturbation doesn't count. Why doesn't it count? I agree to have sex before dinner.
Masturbation?
Yeah. Good evening to David.
Playing with your nipples would count as masturbation. Anything self-pleasure.
Yeah, I think that's the problem, is people identify sex as only the act of actual intercourse, when it could be so much more. It could be just cuddling, because just like holding hands, watching TV can be considered a sex act. I mean, just intimacy is sex.
Sex. All right, shall we say it again? Sex is not all about the penis going in a hole. In
a vagina hole.
Yeah.
And anal masturbation. What the hell is anal masturbation? You people on YouTube.
You have some interesting characters over there.
Where did they come from?
Okay, so somebody's looking for a sugar mommy. I would say get a job.
Thank you. Get out of your mommy and daddy's basement. Stop watching video games. Stop eating the Doritos. And
take care of yourself.
Do something. Yeah. Go work out. Yeah. Do something. Everybody can run around the block.
To the world. Don't just suck off another mother's teat.
Listen to her. Don't just suck off another mother's teat.
Right.
Anyway, all right. Moving right along. Well, so that was about the eating habits. That was an interesting coincidence. Let's see.
And I learned something about you. I didn't know you and I were on the same exact page food-wise. So, I mean, we always seem to mesh when we eat together. So,
we definitely we mesh. Let's say, instead of having full on sex, a boyfriend or girlfriend do foreplay like blowjobs. Oh, and thank you, David. He said you and Nancy are both sweethearts.
Oh, thank you, David.
Thank you, David. And we try very hard to be sweet. Sometimes we get a little sassy.
A little sour sometimes.
But we appreciate anybody that wants to send us money on either YouTube or on Instagram. It's very sweet, because you know what? Contrary to popular belief, YouTube doesn't pay the creators very much money. It's kind of sad.
They do if you have nothing to do with anything that they don't like.
Right. Especially recently. I mean, I'm lucky I'm able to post on Facebook. All right. Say something about apologizing.
Well, first of all, an apology is not, I'm sorry, is not an eraser.
Ah. Yeah.
And
I'll say that. I will agree with that. And also, it means nothing unless you really mean it.
And I think sometimes you have to apologize by learning and not doing it again.
Right.
A lot of people.
I can't handle that.
Thank you. Enough bought 3 badges. Thank you. You're so sweet.
That's Ron. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.
That's very nice of you.
Yeah.
I think if you don't change, if you do the same behavior again and you just say I'm sorry, it doesn't mean anything after a while. It's like the boy who cried wolf. Enough is enough.
Yeah. And certainly it's a start. I mean, I think humility and being humble is, when you're apologizing, is really necessary, and being authentic and
being
really
authentic.
Feeling like, and owning your shit. It's like, if you've made a mistake, be humble and own it. Don't be snarky and sarcastic about it. A lot of people go, well, sorry what I said.
Sorry, yeah. That's even worse if someone says sorry like that. What do you guys think?
But even somebody
McCaskill
that
says
says,
I
I'm
agree.
sorry, even somebody that says, I'm sorry you were hurt by that, that's not an apology. That's gaslighting. So you have to say, I'm owning the fact I screwed up. And
well, Sanka is saying I found going down on her is the best way for apologies. Worked every time. No,
that's not an apology.
no.
I mean, makeup
Going
sex
down
can
on
be
her is
great,
not an
right?
apology. Sanka, sorry,
Right.
doesn't work. Okay, let's see. When do you feel most confident? Oh, wait, first of all, when do you guys and girls feel the most confident?
That's a great question.
Does anybody want to ask or answer when they feel most confident? LOL. It shows.
While people are thinking about that, Brady had a great response to the apology. I think an apology is not complete until you take action to not do it again. Absolutely, Brady. I think that's really key.
Yes,
Actions
Brady,
speak
you're
louder than
learning.
words.
Great question. It shows that you are real. Okay.
When,
so anyway,
people
when do you
can
feel really
walk their
when do you
talk,
what?
when people can walk their talk, that's what matters.
And what about confidence though?
That's when you walk with a strut.
It's funny that you say that because I went to Vegas with my daughter when she turned 21 and her friends. I was probably 40 something. I don't remember how old I was at the time. And we started walking and I'm strutting around in my, high heels or whatever. And they're very good looking girls, but I got hit on like 10 times the amount that they did, only because of my confident attitude. It's the way you walk. And the same thing for men. If you can get your confidence up, women will sense it. They have like a radar or like a magnet to confident men. Sometimes I'm like looking at these guys, I'm like, they're such assholes. Why do they have all these girls flocking around? It's because the perception is that they're confident.
Right.
And women are attracted to confident people, just like the perception of a cougar is basically a confident woman. What the heck?
It is. Yeah.
Anyway, yes, we're just talking about confidence. Confidence is the key to life,
I think
the essence of life.
Probably one of my bigger surprises about confidence in my life has been that the first time I went to hedonism and was naked in public, that I actually felt more comfortable in my skin than I've ever felt in clothing anywhere. And that shocked the hell out of me because I really believed before going that I would be nervous and shy and unsure and feel a little less than me comparing myself and all that heady stuff that we get into. And it was completely the opposite.
Because you felt that non-judgment. You didn't feel judgment.
And you just feel so comfortable in your skin. It's like, okay, this is who I am. And you see other people being comfortable in their skin, and nobody gives a shit if you've got a cellulite or a wrinkle or a scar or a dimple or any of that stuff.
Are you saying that you have cellulite?
I don't think I got a lot of that, but I got some dimples and scars.
Logan says, I believe it and I go to win, but I got young girls chasing me. I'm confident, but the confidence is for the older women, not the young ones. No, you have a preference for the older women, not the young ones. That's because you are going after confident women, and I don't blame you. I feel most confident when I do a personal record in the gym. I could see that.
That's confidence building, for sure.
Yeah, if you're working for a goal. Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
How are you?
So Gabriel asks, would I get a tattoo? I have one. I have one on my inner left ankle.
I have none because I'm too ADD that I think I will change my mind as soon as I get the tattoo. And I'll be like, why did I get that Libra tattoo when I wanted yin yang?
Then you'd get another one.
I knew you'd say that. Okay. McCaskill says taking
confidence
is taking action even though you are scared shitless inside. I call that the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the 5-second rule, which is from Mel Robbins, and I talk about her all the time. And that is when your brain decides you want to take a risk, and in 5 seconds, your brain will tell you not to do it if you don't act within those 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds. So always act on your gut feeling. If you feel like taking the risk, like when I saw Michael Douglas and I didn't say hello, that's what I'm talking about. I found out, I see Michael Douglas. He's standing at a hotel that we were at. And I'm like, should I go over there? No, man. I want to go over there. I want to say hi because he's a really cool guy. I don't know, maybe I'll be bothering him. Within 5 seconds, I talked myself out of going over there. And then I walked up to the front desk and they're like, oh, he's so nice. He says hi to everybody, takes pictures of everybody. You should have said something. See? That should be the biggest thing that I ever didn't do. So from that time on, I always did 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, act. You might make a fool of yourself, which I've done a lot, but who cares?
So I know I've told you this story, and I'll just go real quick. But my daughter and I used to crash the Golden Globes, and so we did that.
No, you did not tell me the story. You used to crash the Golden Globe Awards?
For 4 or 5 years in a row, we would crash the Golden Globes. So we would get a hotel room there the night of the Golden Globes, and we'd book it like 6 months in advance. As soon as we found out the date of the Globes, we'd book it. So then you could be in the hotel, and you could be anywhere in the hotel.
Yeah. Right?
So the first year we got invited. We got inadvertently invited. We would get all dressed up and we'd walk the halls. And so we got invited to the Titanic party. That was the year the Titanic won the Golden Globe.
This is taking us way back.
Yeah, I danced with Billy Zane and Frances Fisher and met what's the director's name?
Cameron.
Leo wasn't there. He was at another
Cameron
party, but I met the whole staff. So anyway, so we did that year after year. So this one year we're in the lobby when everybody's coming out from the Golden Globes, and I'm standing there, and it's kind of shoulder to shoulder, and I look to my right, and shoulder to shoulder with me is John Travolta. And so I didn't even hesitate. I just went, and I said it out loud. Oh, John Travolta, gotta touch him.
See, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You gotta do it. You guys,
yeah, I felt like
have you ever had a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 moment? Do it. I mean,
I didn't
seriously,
wash that hand for a year.
That's how I felt. I kissed Roger Daltrey from The Who.
Oh.
I was like 18 or 19, and The Who came in town, and somehow I got backstage, and I started talking to Roger Daltrey, and they said goodbye, and he kissed me on the lips, and I thought, oh my God, I'm never washing these lips again. I'm scared that most of the people on here don't know who Roger Daltrey is, so I'm going to move on to tell you a more relatable story of Michael Jordan. So Michael Jordan's son was playing basketball when my son, who is a shitty basketball player, but who cares, was playing basketball when they were like in junior high. And Marcus Jordan, I think. And I had my little son, Jeremy, with me, and he was like 2.5 years old. And Michael Jordan is sitting on the ground, like wearing his North Carolina sweats and, spread out. And no one's walking up and saying anything because he's so cool. Michael Jordan is watching his son play basketball. And all of a sudden, after halftime comes, my youngest son realizes who it is. And he starts pointing his finger going, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan, Mommy, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan. He's pointing right at Michael Jordan's face like this. Luckily, Michael Jordan was totally cool. It was so funny, though. He was freaked out.
That's hilarious.
It was such a funny moment because little kids don't have any reason to have to wait 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They just act. They see something and they act. Yeah. No filters. Yeah. Taking action. So, yeah, get that confidence of a 2-year-old and walk up and say, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan. Anyway, so, what? So what do you make a fool of yourself? So what if you're like me and you walk up to Harold Ray. I walked up to Harold Ramis and said, I love you, and meet the parents. He goes, oh, thank you, but I wasn't in that movie. Okay, embarrassing, but I lived, not the end of the world. Have you guys had embarrassing moments that you walked up to the wrong person? Anyway.
Oh yeah.
So
I have to address this last comment on our Instagram because this is a little pet peeve of mine. So says, both of you ladies are so sexy and beautiful. I would definitely make love to both of you ladies. That's not a compliment. That's creepy.
Yeah. Well, not only
That's
that, but
just
like,
creepy.
I'm so honored
like,
that I'm so honored that Ice Patron is going to make love
what,
to us, because I didn't think
what
anybody
the
else
fuck
would want
makes
to.
anybody, what makes you think that that would be something we would aspire to have some stranger that we don't know say they would make love to us, for God's sake?
I'm
not
honored.
just a pussy out here waiting for you.
I don't know about you, Nancy, but I am so honored that he said he would do that, that I'm going to, like, after we're done, I'm going to get his phone number. I'm going to call him up. I'm going to meet him upstairs. I'm going to fuck like rabbits, because he said he'd be
There you
honored to
go.
fuck you.
Take one for the team.
I will do that.
It's like, what makes a person think that that would be complimentary or an honor, or I don't get it.
Because he's trying to say, I would hit that.
Right, which is just as tacky. It's like,
basically, he wouldn't kick us out of bed.
I'm gonna bestow
We're so desperate.
with my sale.
We're so desperate that he would not kick us out of bed.
He took his shot, just like you said.
That's okay. Right, Ron. That is true. He took his shot. It didn't work. And I don't think it would work at a bar either, Brady. That would not work. Okay, I'm just saying. He took his shot, so we're not going to condemn him for taking that shot. I'm saying, you know what, Ice Patron? You took your shot, and guess what? It's your lucky day. You're going to have sex with both of us, just not right now.
In your mind, you can have it all.
Yeah, in your mind, we're going to, like, just go for it. We're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to look for an Ice Patron. Anyway.
I just get so many of these comments from men, total strangers, that think that I want to see their dick, that think that I want to have sex with them.
Don't?
That think that it's an honor. No, I don't.
You don't want to see their dick. What is wrong with you, Nancy? Jesus. All I want to see is dicks. I want to see dicks, dick. I want to see so many dicks. I am like, which dick is which?
So many dicks. Not enough time.
Oh, no. Sanka is saying it may be tacky, but I've definitely hit that. Yep. It might be a little tacky. It might be a tad tacky.
It's pretty tacky.
Well, it's about that time when I said,
oh my God.
I would like to say, oh shit, there goes my earring. I wanted to tell you guys that my book is on sale at Amazon. I have 2 books, one for a woman, Cougar's Guide to Getting Your Ass Back Out There, and one for a man, Fuck Games, Date Cougars. Actually, it could be for any sex. I don't even know why I said man, because you can have women dating cougars too. Anyway, they're both on Amazon.
And if you'd like some counseling about what to say and not to say to women, make an appointment with me, and I'm happy to just give you some clues as to what women want to hear and what women are offended by or turned off by.
I agree. Yes.
So Brady, I'm shocked, Dr. Nancy. Nobody has suggested you do a rated dick section either. Oh yeah, they have. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
They want to send me their dick picture and have me tell them if it's good enough or if it's big enough or if it's whatever.
I would love to tell you how many people have requested me to rate their dick. And I have decided that no, I don't want to do that for some reason. I don't know why I decided not to, but I decided not to. Okay,
who's this Christy person? That's pretty homo.
It's Chris Styles. Yeah. Come on, Chris. We want you to gain some same class.
Word. That's
who says homo anymore? Who says homo?
He must be over 50, over 60.
Chris, how old are you? Because the old types would say homo, fag, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The people nowadays don't classify people that have just different sexual preferences. Who cares? I don't care. I don't give a fuck what your sexual preference is. Thanks, sweet dreams to you too, David. This is so funny. Sanka, I'm glad you're having a laugh. Everybody needs a good laugh.
Everybody needs a good laugh. So Karen.
All right.
I have a question for you before we go, because we've got a few minutes because we started late. Have you ever had an orgasm in your sleep?
Yes. Haven't you?
Yeah.
Recently?
Not recently. Maybe
Yeah,
in the last 5 years.
I first of all, definitely I had it when I was in my early 20s because I was horny as fuck. Just FYI to all these guys, women in their early 20s are all right. I don't want to even classify age, but women can be easily as horny as men, and I definitely had the equivalent of a wet dream. I guess it is called a wet dream, right?
Yeah, I mean,
when I
it's
was
just an
pregnant,
orgasm,
when I was pregnant,
sleep orgasm. Yeah.
4 months
Yeah.
pregnant, definitely horny.
Yeah.
I don't know why that would
That
be
second trimester is like the Randy time.
the Randy, because I don't know. A moist dream is it what's called, St. Charles. Thank you for sharing
Moist
that
dream. Yeah.
term. Well, what brought that question on, I should ask?
That's in my truth or dare questions, but the question was, when's the last time you had a dream about sex? And so I just took it a step further and asked about the big O.
The big O.
Yeah. I adapted.
I will ask you a question, and all the people out here. Have you ever faked an orgasm?
Yes, I did. And I'll tell you why. Because I was with a guy. It was in Mazatlan. And
it's in Mexico, so you have to fake orgasms in Mexico?
Well, it was a vacation hookup, right? And this guy was so bad that I faked it to get it over with because I wanted out of there fast. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I faked one in the last 40 years. I might have faked it.
Well, that was long. That was when I graduated from nursing school, so that was a bit ago.
It was a while. But yeah, I don't know. I actually did a video on my YouTube channel called 69 Reasons Why Not to Fake an Orgasm. I gave 69 reasons.
69 reasons, that's good. Yeah, no, I've never thought that would be a good thing to do with a partner, because then they would think that's what turned you on when it didn't, and that would be a bad idea.
Right. That's exactly like I say. It's like training a dog. You know, you don't want to train a dog that it's okay to pee on the furniture. You just don't. So if you're training your man, like, oh yeah, this is what I need to come. Like, you know, when you hit me really hard on the clit, that's going to make me have an orgasm. It's the next time you're together, he's going to start hitting you on the clit. So you don't want to do that. Johnny says, it's the woman's choice to have sex or not. Guys don't need to assume it's a done deal. Everyone needs to watch Karen's videos for the best advice on how to meet women and also on being confident. Johnny.
There you go. Big go.
Hey, thank
Johnny,
you
you're
so
the
much.
winner of the night.
Johnny's the big winner. Thank you, Johnny. That was very sweet. What woman hasn't faked an orgasm? St. Charles, I really, really don't want women to fake orgasms. And then
But we have to understand that women do, and the why that they do. And there's lots of reasons why women fake orgasms. One is because they're expected to come. And sometimes women, especially young moms and young women who are distracted by their list of things to do, and a baby might be waking up, and, you know, life challenges, they might not be able to relax enough to fully have an orgasm, but they might be enjoying the sex. But there's pressure. There's this pressure. Come baby, come baby. Don't say that to women, because then they feel this pressure to have an orgasm. Now they're in their head, oh my God, if I don't, I'm going to fail, right? And so there's lots of reasons that women fake orgasms, and guys fake them too, especially guys that use condoms.
St. Charles says, what woman hasn't faked an orgasm? There are women that don't. He says, do you wish you had a nickel for every time a guy has asked, did you come? Exactly. The worst thing is, like, a woman is about to come or close to coming, and then you hear that question, and then it's almost like, oh my God, I got to start all over again. It's like
the brakes just went off.
You don't know. It's a complex neurological thing going on. And when someone does that, I had a guy that kept saying to me, you okay? You okay? You okay? You okay? I was ready to take my fist and going, I'm okay. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Yeah, don't ask. You know, if women are making sounds that sound like they're having a good time or a little bit primal, they're
You could
probably
look at
enjoying
them.
what's happening. Yeah. Are they flushing? You know, first of all,
Yeah,
the
or
vulva
the
changes
breasts.
color. So turn the lights up so you can see what color it is, because it changes color when she's excited. The nipples
Right.
change color. The chest
Everything.
changes color.
And
Like,
the breathing gets much more rapid breathing. A lot of stuff changed. And I mean, I had Derek Pierce, a male porn star, tell me what he does. I mean, he just observes, and then talking dirty, he just basically calls out what he sees. I see your chest getting red. You know, I see your flushed cheeks. I see your nipples getting red. I mean, it's very arousing just to hear him identify what he's seeing.
yeah.
He knows how to do it, like, basically, and usually porn stars don't give a shit.
Right? Yeah, because they're just there to get the money shot, right?
Harris France says,
So,
how long does it take for a woman to have an orgasm? It could take 45 minutes. Some women are 1 and 5 seconds. And then it really depends also on so many other factors I can't even tell you. And there is no one answer. I couldn't even answer for myself how long it would take me to have an orgasm, because sometimes it could take me 5 minutes and sometimes it could take me 25 minutes. It could take me an hour sometimes, depending on what I've drank and
the
a lot of.
interesting data around that is that when you ask women how long it takes them to have an orgasm with a partner, it's usually 20 to 40 minutes. If you ask them how long it takes them to have an orgasm masturbating, it's 1 to 3 minutes.
And I bet you it's the same with men.
Probably, and that I think it's because you're not worried about how you look or what your thigh looks like, or how are you going to perform right? Are you going to disappoint them?
You're only concentrating on yourself. You're not really concentrating on anybody else in the room. Whereas if you're with a partner, you concentrate on that partner. Or basically, it depends on what material you're using to get off also. You could be watching porn, you could be reading erotica, you could be using a vibrator, you could be, doing hundreds of different things. Who the hell knows what you could be doing to get yourself off? And you can't necessarily do that when you're like trying to dance with your partner. I said dance with your partner. I think the reason some women fake orgasms is twofold. This is from Adam. They are shy about being open about what truly turns them on, fetishes, kinks, and preference in parentheses, and men who are boring and selfish. I would agree with that. Yeah. That can be two of many reasons.
If men think that women are always going to have an orgasm just by putting their penis inside their vagina, they're going to get a lot of fakers.
No, you have to understand that the erectile tissue on a penis is the same thing on a clit and inside the vagina and the G-spot area. So if you don't touch that area,
not inside the vagina, around the outside
around
of the vagina.
around the outside of the vagina. Okay,
right.
I'm talking about the G-spot as well. There is erectile tissue on the G-spot, so it could be inside there.
But no? that's plumped from the top down.
Okay,
that's
plumped. Yeah, it's all, everything getting bigger and expanding. I think I just saw this on Instagram today. Was it on your page? Somebody wrote about this. So it's the same thing as if you're expecting her to like have this orgasm just by intercourse, without having it'd be like you not having your penis stroked while you're trying to come. I mean, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I use the analogy of it's like somebody just massaging your scrotum, and for an hour expecting you to have an orgasm.
Yeah, you want someone to sit there and massage your balls the whole time and not touch your dick? You're not going to have an orgasm. You're going to be so fucking annoyed, actually.
Right.
Why
you're gonna be annoyed. You're gonna fake it to get out of there so you can go masturbate.
You're gonna fake it, all right. Touching, kissing, cuddling a woman in my experience gets them off very quick. It also works for me because I'm kind of a bitch myself. You're a bitch. Okay. The best way to tell if she is coming is to become one with her body and feel the energy transfer. Yeah, I like that, St. Charles.
Cool.
Why do some
cougars... we have badges on my Instagram. If you love what we've been doing,
send us some badges.
Badges only.
We don't need no sneaking badges.
Yeah, we do need some stinker badges because it really just shows us, oh, thank you. You know,
Oh,
if
thank
you
you,
want to
Ron.
support our work and give us the resources to create more and more interesting and be more organized and do this on a regular basis, to make this a priority, because
Buy more
obviously we both have
microphones.
to earn a living.
We
You got a big black one.
Ooh, baby, too much wine going on that one. We both have Patreon pages, by the way, you guys. If you want to join us on Patreon,
Yeah.
patreon.com/KarenLee/Dr.
Thank you,
Nancy.
Robbie. Oh, Robbie just bought
Robbie,
us
how
badges.
are you,
Thank
Robbie?
you. I
Yeah,
love
you guys are so
much.
sweet. I like these badges are awesome. We're gonna buy some wine with your money.
Incredible human being. Yeah. Thank you.
We're buying wine. Anyway, well, I'm glad you set this up so people can show their love by sending us some love with these badges. And on YouTube, we are also able to get super chats on YouTube if you want to super chat us there, if you're in the mood to help us out a little bit, because you know what? We're doing this for nothing. We don't get paid. It's contrary to popular belief. We're doing it for the love of doing it. Anyway, anything you guys want to talk about, let us know.
So which should be more important to learn? Last question: oral or new sex positions? What's most important? What's oral? I agree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oral,
both. Learn women's sexual anatomy. Look, she comes first. Look at some of the new anatomy that's being discovered about women's neuroanatomy. Learn about the internal clitoris. Learn everything you need to know about the whole vulva. There's so much more there than just a hole to put your penis in.
The best thing to do is to ask your partner what she likes. That's not annoying like that guy that was like, "Is you okay? Okay." But just literally, and you don't even have to be in the bedroom to even ask her this, but ask her what's her favorite part. What does she like the best? Please, I would like to know what's the fastest way to be with a sugar mommy. The fastest way is to go on sugardaddies.com and register yourself. See if you get a lot of women out there that want you. Or at least the most efficient. No one's going to want you, efficient or not efficient, okay? No woman of our age or even close to our age is going to want to take care of another child. So get that sugar mama.
Children.
Grandchildren.
Yeah,
She's got grandchildren.
We don't want more dependents. Get a job. Get an education.
Okay, so Sanka, I'm glad you said this. My oral game is much better than my dick game. Well, you got it made then. Don't worry about your dick game. That is the least of your concerns. I mean, most women will be satisfied with very little intercourse. But they will not be satisfied at all with very little anything else.
Oral or manual or mental.
Some sort of mental, physical, usually become ambidextrous, whatever you got to do.
Get all your tools going. All right, those tools going. Off here. So next week, Karen and I may be doing something kind of fun together, so we'll have to have a conversation. But we will be back one way or another.
So if you haven't followed us, follow us on my name, her name. Follow us. I'm on TikTok. I got Sex Talk with My Mom, the podcast going. You guys can listen to that. You're going to hear more crazy shit. And
Dr. Nancy Sutton Pierce, I'm all out there. And seriously, if you need a consultation and you want to just kind of know more about how to develop your own personal romantic life, make an appointment with me so that I can focus the attention on you specifically. Trying to do that amidst these questions and all this, it's just not fair to you. So let's do it right. Make an appointment with me. Okay.
And that's it. We love you guys. No, I'm not.
Oh, Megan just popped in. Megan,
I'll
have this up in just a moment. You keep getting late. We need to send you a notification or something.
Yeah, turn on your notifications. And she's probably working.
The website drnsp.com. If you go to Wild Women with Wine, I put all of these videos up on there, and they're on my YouTube channel, thesexhost.com. Karen, Sex Talk with My Mom, or Karenlee Poter. We have Patreon at Karenlee Poter, or Karenlee, right?
Karenlee. One word,
Karenlee
Karenlee.
and Dr. Nancy. So there's lots of ways to support our work, and Brady, please set up a consultation. I would be honored to help you with that. So
We love
all
you
right,
all.
Karen, I love you.
See you soon.
DRNSP. There we go. And I love you so much, and I can't wait to see you again.
I hope to see you soon. I think so.
Yes.
Next week. Next week we got some special thing planned. You guys check it out next week. Put your notifications on so you don't miss it. Bye.
There you go. All right. Love you. Thank you. Namaste.